Hello, Chiefs Kingdom. Let's dive into one of the most intriguing matchups heading into this game, the battle between Jalen Carter and the Philadelphia Eagles' ferocious defensive line against the Kansas City Chiefs' offensive line. Now, we all know the Chiefs' O-line has had its struggles during the Patrick Mahomes era, but somehow, someway, they always find a way to overcome it. Remember the Tampa Bay game? Yeah, that one hurt. But even in the Super Bowls where the O-line seemed outmatched, Mahomes and the Chiefs have pulled through. So, will this be another case of bend but don't break? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about Thuney. He's been moved to left tackle, and while he's had some growing pains adjusting to the position, his performance against Buffalo was a thing of beauty. Zero pressures allowed. That's the kind of play that can change the game. If Thuney can hold his own against the Eagles' edge rushers, it gives Mahomes that extra split second to work his magic. And we all know what happens when Mahomes is time. It's usually bad news for the opposing defense. But here's the thing. The Eagles aren't just about edge pressure. Jalen Carter is an absolute monster on the interior. This guy is a game wrecker. Remember that play against the Rams? 3rd down, 2 yards to go, and Carter sacks Stafford to force a 4th and long. That's the kind of impact he can have. If Carter can disrupt the pocket up the middle, it could force Mahomes to scramble earlier than he'd like. And while Mahomes is the king of improvisation, even he has his limits. Now, let's not forget about Chris Jones. He's on the other side of the ball, but his presence alone changes how teams scheme against the Chiefs. The Eagles will have to account for him, which could open up opportunities for Carter and the rest of that Philly D-line. It's a chess match, and both teams have their queens ready to strike. The Chiefs' interior O-line, though, is no slouch. Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey, and Joe Thuney, when he's at guard, are as solid as they come. In their matchup against Carter last season, Smith held his own in one-on-one situations. But here's the kicker. Carter is even better now. If the Eagles can scheme up ways to isolate Carter against the Chiefs' backup guard, that's where things could get dicey for Kansas City. And let's not overlook the X's and O's. The Eagles could get creative with their pressure packages. Imagine Carter lined up on the left side, drawing a double team, while an edge rusher loops inside unblocked. Or maybe they send a linebacker through the A-gap to force Mahomes to step up into Carter's waiting arms. The Eagles have the personnel to make life difficult for Mahomes, but here's the thing. Mahomes thrives in chaos. He's seen it all, and he's still standing. So, what's the verdict? On paper, the Eagles' defensive line looks like a nightmare matchup for the Chiefs. But this is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about. He's overcome worse odds before. If Thuney can hold down the left tackle spot and the interior O-line can limit Carter's impact, the Chiefs should be able to keep Mahomes upright long enough to do what he does best, make plays that leave us all speechless. But hey, that's just my take. What do you think, Chiefs Kingdom? Can the O-line hold up against this Eagles front? Or will Mahomes have to pull another rabbit out of his hat? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Let's ride.